Some people shouldn't even be here at all. Some crazies don't mesh with other crazies.
Imagine a place with no police, no electricity, no running water, just miles of desert, and people who decided to live outside the rules. This place is called Slab City, and some call it the last free place in America. It sits on the hot, cracked floor of the Sonoran Desert in California. What used to be a Marine training camp during World War II is now a patchwork of RVs, trailers, and homemade shacks. Here, people come for freedom. Some arrive chasing peace and art, others because they have nowhere else to go. And what you'll see in Slab City will blow your mind. A mountain painted top to bottom in rainbow colors. Sculptures made out of junk that look like they belong in a dream. Saturday night concerts in the middle of the desert, and neighbors who survive by trading, sharing, and sometimes just enduring. This is not your average town. This is a living experiment in survival, art, and freedom. And today, we're gonna walk straight into it. Welcome to Inspire Hub. Make a difference with every click. Subscribe, like, and share our videos to help feed those in need. Your support matters. Join our community and let's create positive change together. If you drive far enough into the California desert, past where the palm trees stop growing and the sand starts looking endless, you'll stumble on a place that feels like a mirage. They call it Slab City. But before it became the last free place in America, it was something very different, a U.S. Marine training base. Back in 1942, the government built Camp Dunlap right here in the blistering Sonoran Desert. Thousands of Marines marched, trained, and sweated on this ground during World War II. But when the war ended, the base lost its purpose. By the early 1950s, the buildings were torn down, and all that was left behind were giant rectangles of concrete, slabs baked into the desert floor. The government didn't see much value in it anymore. In 1961, California officially took over the land, with one catch. They didn't bother to develop it, fence it, or even charge rent. The desert was basically abandoned, or so they thought, because slowly, people began to drift in. First, it was a few veterans who remembered the land. Then came wanderers, retirees in RVs, people tired of paying rent, people running away from something, or running towards something different. They parked their trailers and buses on the old slabs, and just like that, a strange little settlement began to form. It was a community born not from design, but from leftovers. Leftover concrete, leftover desert, leftover people who didn't quite fit anywhere else. And from those bones of an abandoned base, Slab City was born. So who actually chooses to live in a place with no power lines, no running water, and summer heat that can cook an egg on a car hood? They call themselves slabbers.
A test of faith, okay? A test of endurance, of endurance, like, and it makes people do stupid shit, like crazy shit. Steal water, steal food, like, yeah, lots, like, dries everything out, so fires are really, really easy. I fought fire, like, over there. Is that how you say that? Yeah, it was like right there, not this. There was a couple trailers back there, and like literally I seen one of them on fire, and 15 seconds later, like, the whole camp was just ablaze, dude, and it was hot, like, and I could feel the fire, like, it was so hot. It was right there. It was literally right there, like, so this devastation is like my next door neighbors, you know?
And let me tell you,
cool.
They're some of the most colorful characters you'll ever meet. At the core, you've got about 150 year-round residents. These are the tough ones, the desert survivors.
Yep, for now it's just the bird feeder, but I definitely would love to cook. I could have, you know, a wire rack across there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Clean that out really good. Over here, there's
And the
room
people,
for the
they're as
people.
mixed as you can imagine.
If
Some are just
if
passing
you
through,
know, or
some
somebody
are
with
hiding
kids.
out.
But,
Some
you
are
know,
chasing total freedom.
they can sit
and
here
some
too.
are just chasing the cheapest rent in America. because
MJ
here,
made this sign.
rent
What does it
is
say?
zero.
Feed the
But
starving
don't get me
artists
wrong,
and their
free
hungry
doesn't
artists.
mean easy.
I never saw the slabs as the last free place, meaning free, you show up here, you don't have anything, the community will provide for you. I came here because it was the last free place to park your camper and live here. It's not free to live. It is not free to
With
live
no
anywhere.
grid, no plumbing, and no government services, everyone who comes here has to figure out life on their own. And that's what makes Slab City so fascinating. Now, let me show you what really makes Slab City magical: the art. You drive into this dusty desert, expecting nothing but dry sand and broken concrete. And then, bam! Out of nowhere, a giant mountain painted every color of the rainbow rises up like a mirage. That's Salvation Mountain. It's not a natural mountain, it's a massive hill built by one man, Leonard Knight. For decades, this guy lived in his truck, mixing adobe clay, hay, and gallons upon gallons of donated paint to create a 50-foot mountain screaming just one message: God is love. It's bright, it's bold, it's impossible to miss. And whether you're religious or not, you can't help but stop and stare. It feels like walking into a dream painted on the desert floor. But that's just the beginning. Go a little further, and you'll stumble into a place called East Jesus. Don't let the name fool you, it's not a church. It's an outdoor art gallery built entirely from trash and scraps. Picture this: old TVs stacked like towers, rusty car doors twisted into sculptures, mannequins dressed in wild costumes, and even broken pianos turned into art. Everything society threw away, someone here turned into creativity. It's wild, it's messy, it's beautiful, and somehow in the middle of a desert with no water or electricity, it feels more alive than some big city museums. This is what makes Slab City more than just a campsite. It's a canvas. It's proof that even in a place most people see as empty, humans can create color, meaning, and life out of nothing. Now, here's the part people always ask me. What's it actually like to live in Slab City? Well, let's just say it's not your average neighborhood. If you want a shower, some people
And
rig
so
up
here's
water
my water
tanks in the back of a
tanks.
truck.
It's
Others just make
it's
do
Niland
with
water,
buckets.
city water, so it's drinking water.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to use the canal water?
No, but you can, and it's like about half the price.
Yeah.
You could, and it's the upper canal water. not the
And this
lower.
is a lifeblood around here.
It is.
Water.
It
My
is.
goodness.
It really is.
But here's
Let's
the
go to the
thing,
left
people
first.
here
Is
have turned
usually how I
survival
go.
into an art
The
form.
manifestation.
Take the Lizard Tree Library, for example. It's a small, open-air library built out of donated books, scraps of wood, and shade cloth. No librarian, no late fees, just trust. You borrow a book, you bring it back. Simple as that. But in a place where nothing is normal, it feels like stepping into another world. There's even a skate park, and get this, it's built inside the remains of an old swimming pool from the abandoned Marine base. The pool is long gone, but the concrete shell, perfect for skating. Kids and adults carve up the desert heat with kickflips and ollies right where soldiers once trained. And then comes Saturday night. That's when the whole town comes alive. At a stage called The Range, locals and visitors gather under the stars. Musicians play, comedians crack jokes, people dance, and for a few hours, this lawless desert feels like the happiest little festival on Earth. Sure, life here is rough. The summers are brutal, with temperatures pushing past 110 degrees. But the trade-off? Freedom. No rent, no landlord, no rules except the ones you and your neighbors agree on. It's a life stitched together from scraps, but
Land
somehow
is kind of free
it
here.
works.
Free to use, at least, right? Yeah, because we're squatters. Yeah. So that attracts a lot of people here.
And been in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
You've seen all the people living on the street?
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, well, why are those people living in Los Angeles like that when they could, live out here in Los Angeles? If you're living on the street, if tourists are walking by, they're looking down at those people. Yeah.
Have you ever felt homeless?
That's a curious question, though. But I wonder, do you feel yourself as being homeless?
Oh, no.
I don't either. We're brought up to be very materialistic in this country. We always want a bigger car or a better car or a bigger or better house. And I just come to the point where that stuff doesn't matter because you don't own anything. You only rent it
So
until
when you
you're
hear
dead.
someone call it the last free place in America, you'll know it isn't just a slogan, it's a challenge. Because freedom here isn't given, it's built, it's endured, it's lived. Slab City is not just a place, it's a question. A question about freedom, about survival, about what it truly means to live outside the system. For some, it's paradise, a patch of desert where no one tells you how to live, where art grows out of broken walls, and where the night sky feels like it belongs only to you. For others, it's a nightmare, a land of struggle, of harsh heat, of broken dreams where the edges of America's forgotten drift and settle. But here's the truth. Slab City endures. Year after year, people still come. Some seeking escape, some chasing belonging, and some just passing through, leaving behind stories carved into the dust. In a world that's always moving faster, Slab City stands still. A reminder that the last free place on Earth is also one of the hardest places to call home. Remember, this is Inspire Hub, where documentaries shape destiny. Every documentary holds a lesson. Stay powerful, stay wise. Until next time, peace out.